Well, hello there folks, time for another video, and this video is all about catering. So if you're running a workshop, what we often see is three big mistakes that people make with catering. Now you may think, what does it really matter? Well, it actually kind of does, because the participants' energy levels are actually impacted by the catering that you offer. I know it's like, you mean we as the organizers need to take responsibility for their energy levels? Yeah, you kind of do. So the thing is, I don't know about you, but maybe you've seen the bleedingly obvious, or maybe you've even experienced the bleedingly obvious, right? What I mean by that is what you feed people will determine how much energy they actually have, right? And if you're feeding people certain things, they're going to feel a certain way. And then when they feel a certain way, please don't be surprised. Please don't. I mean, why? Like, it's kind of like you put your foot in water and you get wet and then you go, oh, I can't believe I got wet. All right. I know it's a weird analogy, but here's the deal, folks. If you are serving certain foods at certain times, people are going to feel certain ways, right? So generally what we find is one of the biggest ones that we often see is that organizers will provide lollies or Mentos or sugary foods throughout the training on the tables, right? Now, for me, that is a huge no-no, because generally what happens is that people will start eating the snacks or they'll start eating the sugary food, and then there's an addiction cycle that's created. And unless they have another lolly or another lolly or another lolly, they're kind of hooked and they're going to crash very quickly, right? It's the sugar high and the sugar crash, right? Same thing with coffee, but again, that's personal choice and everyone comes in with different views about coffee. But what you often see with coffee is people will come in having had a coffee, they'll be reaching for another coffee within about 45 minutes because coffee will often have a crash to it as well, right? So, first one, sugary lollies on the table. Be aware that if you do provide, you're going to instigate a eventual sugar cycle, right? Now, the next one is at lunchtimes. Have a think about what you're serving in regards to lunches. If you're providing white bread is famous, I don't know about you, but it's famous for the impact that it has on people's energy levels, right? Now, I'm not a nutrition, so I'm not going to try and espouse or espouse some, nutritional information here, but I just know on a personal level, if I have a sandwich and it's white bread, probably within about 30 minutes, my energy's going down and it's a heavier carb intake, and I'll generally feel a little bit sleepy and I'll just have less energy in general, right? Because my body's trying to process the carbs. So I guess my tip to you in that space is don't just provide white sandwiches, also provide some protein as well, because people's bodies are going to be impacted by what you feed them, right? Another one could be like meat pies and stuff, right? Flaky pastry is not fantastic for people either, right? Anyway, the point of this video is to just start to get you curious. If you are a presenter, trainer, workshop facilitator, what are you actually providing in regards to catering? Because catering impacts energy, and energy will impact how much attention and focus the audience can actually give to the content and give to you, the presenter. On that note, folks, hope you got some value from the video. If you did, like, comment, share. Let's go out there. Let's choose different food that we are actually catering for people, and be very careful about providing lollies on the table. Yes, I'm fully aware they are a great bribing strategy, but you need to be aware of how that's going to impact energy levels as well. Instead of lollies and sugary stuff, maybe add in some fun activities. Maybe add in some vibrant energy to the room. Maybe play some music. Maybe actually make it a fun event as opposed to relying on lollies to do the heavy lifting for you, right? Anyway, my name is Mark Miles, helping you become an even better trainer and presenter. Thanks for watching, team. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.